goes to the outside. 3/4, 1:23 and 4. 28 seconds backside. Blissful Hall's the one to catch. And here comes Dave Pallone and Washington, D.C. Down the stretch they come. Blissful Hall, Washington, D.C. on the outside. Coming home, Dave Pallone gonna win the Adios with Washington, D.C.
Another thing I learned. All right, I'll be right back. Well, you're blowing up. You say that. Yeah, I'm getting one of those together.
I think we have Sheila's, just a Sheila's in the fifth race. It's the first one that we have.
Wow. You got to take a break or something.
Yeah.
Well, you must be so busy back there. Getting everybody all. See, maybe not, huh?
I got them already.
Just
I
a
got them.
Sheila this way.
Yes.
And then,
And then the sixth race,
yeah,
we have Classic Cocktail.
Salamar Hanover or Classic Car. Oh, right, that's Todd. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's here.
And then in the seventh race, I think it's Teo. Yeah, Baby Teo.
You have the funniest names, you all. I like your name you picked. That is interesting. That's
And then in the ninth race, we have Lionheart Hanover. Or is it Hanover? I don't know. Yeah,
Lionheart.
Hanover.
Yep. I don't know how you
We
keep
call him Lion.
You call him what?
We have nicknames for all. We just call him Lion.
Lion. Oh, yeah, because that's a long name.
Baby Teo, we call him Teo. Classy Cocktail, we call her Classy because we have her mom's name is Cocktail, so we call her Classy. And just a Sheila, we call Sheila, and she was also born on the farm. And my mom named her just a Sheila because, like, I don't know, in Australia they used to call like girl like Sheila. I don't know why. I don't.
Not know that.
That's something my mom said. Three pacers for 3 years. So I don't know. This is the only pair that splits them up like that in 4 days.
That's good. So when the finals come around, is that based on the scores of the horses on how they did the whole season?
Yep.
On stream shavings and leaving.
I hope we do good. I'm hoping.
You come to Dayton to do.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There are 9 races on this afternoon's program. Post time scheduled for 1 o'clock. It's approximately 12 minutes away. If you'd like to take a moment to mark your programs, I'll list the changes for you. Currently, there are no scratches and only 2 driver changes. In the third race, number 3, Warhead. That driver should be Aaron Johnston. Aaron Johnston picks up the drive on number 3, Warhead. And our final change comes in race number 8. The 1, Cantab Zet. Make the driver Aaron Johnston. Aaron Johnston will drive the 1 in the 8th race. And ladies and gentlemen, those are the changes as we have them. And now, as we are about to get the program started, we ask that you please rise and join Miss Elizabeth Shado along with Dan and Gala. This is our national anthem. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third of 4 days of harness racing, Clearfield County Fair style. Today we welcome the sophomore class of 2025. That is the 3-year-old trotters involved in the Pennsylvania Sire Stake program at the county fairs. These events are hosted by our good friends here at the Clearfield County Fair. Our race secretary is Mr. Ron Deeper. The assistant, Paul Lanick. Our clerk, of course, is Jean Urban. Assistant is Polly Nieper. Presiding judge from the great state of New York, Mr. David Fisher. Our starter and patrol judge is Clarence Martin Jr. in the mobile starting gate. At the wheel, he's got Lisa Dunn. Keeping things official, our photo finish expert, Gretchen Lynn Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being broadcast live around the world. We are on the World Wide Web, these races here from Clearfield, thanks to the efforts of Mr. Seth Dowling. We'd also like to welcome the Pennsylvania Harness Racing Commission. They do their best to keep us on a level playing field, and we certainly thank them and appreciate their participation in the program. In the race for the Buster DeSalvo Trophy, which goes to the driver with the most wins at the end of the meet, Tony Shadle leads all drivers with 4 victories. Eric Neal has 2. Aaron Johnston has 2. And Joe Chindano has 2. And Todd Shadle and birthday boy Dave Brickle each have 1. Today's handicapping contest involves races 5 and 7. The back page of your program is your official entry blank. If you don't have a program, any piece of paper will do. The idea is to select the winner of the 5th race as well as the winner of the 7th race. Include your name and get your entry into the judges' stand sometime before the start of the 5th race. Once again, races 5 and 7. Pick the winner of the 5th, the winner of the 7th, include your name, and get your entry in before the start of the 5th race. And I'd also like to give a shout out to those good-looking kids in the bright yellow t-shirts. Those are the Lions Club volunteers. They're cruising the grandstand. They have peanuts, popcorn, soda, and water. Give them a wave. They'll come right to your seat. They're here for your convenience, and we certainly appreciate their participation in the program. Our thanks to the Lions Club volunteers. In the barn area, you can get them around for the first. We're looking for Mahogany Ridge, Eureka Moment, and RT Grace and Glory. Once again, Mahogany Ridge, Eureka Moment, and RT Grace and Glory. When you're ready, please. And now let's get a little taste from Dan and Gala.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of the tourists are covered with oil. Strumming my 6th string on up my porch swing. Smell of those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. I don't know the reason I stay here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Clearfield County Fair Queen Lauren Kennedy is going to be riding in the gates here.
How I got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it might be my fault.
Play one, Danny.
Blew up my flip-flop when I stepped on a pop-top. Bruised my heel, had to cruise on back home. There's booze in the blender and cinnamon will render the frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault.
Thank you. Jimmy Buffett fans, here's another one. Oop.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track in post parade for the first race of the afternoon. This is the Ron and Cece Lizotte Memorial. This is the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old trotting fillies in Group B, going for a purse of $2,650. Number 1, Mahogany Ridge. This filly is under lease to Susan Doherty in Mercer, Pennsylvania. The driver is Todd Shadle. The 2, Eureka Moment, owned by Gary Johnston, Evans City, Pennsylvania. In the sulky sits Abigail Wright. Rounding out the short field of 3, number 3, RT Grace and Glory, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated, Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania. Eric Neal at the wheel. Short field of 3, they'll return to the top of the stretch, score once, and then right to the gate. Phillies away on their first and only score. Here we get a good look at RT Grace and Glory, being guided today by Eric Neal, looking for his 3rd victory of the week. Towards the inside, Todd Shadle got Mahogany Ridge, looking for his second win of the week. Between horses last to score, that's Eureka Moment, Abby Wright. Three-year-old fillies making their way to the backside where starter Junior Martin will sort them out and get them ready for the start. Starter calls for the trotting fillies. Short field of 3 in the Ron and C.C. Lizotte Memorial. Slip into position now and the gates of motion. From the rail out, Mahogany Ridge for Todd Shadle. Between horses, Eureka Moment wears the 2 for Abigail Wright. Out on the rim, the 3, RT, Grace and Glory, and Eric Neal. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Clarence Martin Jr. 3-year-old trotting fillies, side here in the great state of Pennsylvania, revved up and ready. Here they come. And they're off, and RT, Grace and Glory quickly on the far outside, cuts it out and right to the lead. Mahogany Ridge jumps into the pocket second. Eureka Moment safely away in third. Field for the opener, safely around the opening bend. RT, Grace and Glory in full flight up on the front for Eric Neal. The lead is 3 lengths over Mahogany Ridge. In Eureka Moment in with a chance third, just 4 off of the leader. The leader is RT, Grace and Glory. Takes it by the opening quarter, snappy 30 3/5. Leads him into the far turn. RT, Grace and Glory, a much closer second, right on a bumper. Mahogany Ridge, Eureka Moment in the mix third. Tightly bunched field off the turn, up in front of the stands, being led by RT, Grace and Glory. Pounded it out for Eric Neal. Mahogany Ridge got him sighted in second. Eureka Moment next in line third. They're by the stands. RT, Grace and Glory showing the way with Mahogany Ridge. The half, 102 4/5 into the lower turn. Final time. RT, Grace and Glory. Now Todd Shadle takes to the outside with Mahogany Ridge, looking to improve her chance. Eureka Moment is right there with him in third. They're off the turn, off stride. RT, Grace and Glory. And Mahogany Ridge gets a big break there. Now scoots off, trying to shake Eureka Moment for Abby Wright, who's gaining ground with every stride. RT, Grace and Glory is third. They go by 3/4 in 1:33 2. And it's Mahogany Ridge looking to get away from Eureka Moment, who's inching closer with every stride for Abby Wright. Way back out of it, RT, Grace and Glory. Top of the stretch, and Shadle hits the gas pedal with Mahogany Ridge. Opens up 5. Abigail Wright and Eureka Moment doing their best. It looks like it's second best. Pouring it on the front end here. Mahogany Ridge.
That's weird. That's a sitar. I don't use that. That's weird. Yeah.
So that's this one?
104 is sitar, and 048 is always strings.
Should I cross that off?
Sure.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, up in front of the stands, the official winner of the first race, wearing the red saddle pad, number 1. Please welcome Mahogany Ridge. Sharp 3-year-old bay filly by bar hopping out of the good mare Ebbtide Hall. This filly is under lease to Susan Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania, trained by Bill Doherty Jr. and driven to victory in a time of 2:05 and 1/5. And that is the first career victory for the 1 Mahogany Ridge. The driver, Todd Shadle, his second winning drive of the meet. Results of the first race official, the 1 Mahogany Ridge, the race winner. The 2 Eureka Moment finished second. And the 3 RT Grace and Glory finished third. The fractions were opening quarter 30 and 3/5. They went by the half in 1:03. 3/4 in 1:33 and 2/5. Time for the mile was 2:05 and 1. For the top down, it should read 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. The time for the mile was 2:05 and 1. In the barn area, you can get them around for the second. We're looking for RT Painted Black, Pure Imagination, a Lucky Station, When You're Ready. And for those late arrivals, I'll fill you in on the handicapping contest today. It involves races 5 and 7. The back page of your program is your official entry blank. If you don't have a program, any piece of paper will do. The idea is to select the winner of the 5th, winner of the 7th, include your name, and get your entry in sometime before the start of the 5th race. And now back to Dan and Gala.
But remember my carnivorous habits made it nearly 70 days. Losing weight without speed, eating sunflower seeds, drinking lots of carrot juice and coconut bread. But at night I have these wonderful dreams, some kind of sensuous treat, not zucchini, fettuccine, or funko wheat, but a big warm bun on a huge chunk of meat. Cheeseburger in paradise, heaven on earth with an onion slice. Not too particular, not too precise, I'm just a cheeseburger in paradise. Heard about the old-time sailor men, they eat the same thing again and again. More beer and bread, they say could raise the dead. Well, it reminds me of a menu at a Holiday Inn. But times have changed for sailors these days. When I'm aboard, I get what I need. Not Havanas or bananas or daiquiris, but that American creation of which I feed. Cheeseburger in paradise, medium rare with mustard be nice. Not too particular, not too precise, I'm just a cheeseburger in paradise. Well, I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes, big kosher pickle and cold draft beer. Well, good God Almighty, where you might steer for that cheeseburger in paradise. Taking the best of every virtue in mind, with every damn bit of sacrifice to get a cheeseburger in paradise. To be a cheeseburger in paradise, I'm just a cheeseburger in paradise. Well, I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes, big kosher pickle and cold draft beer. Well, good God Almighty, which way do I steer for that cheeseburger in paradise? Taking the best of every virtue in mind, worth every damn bit of sacrifice to be a cheeseburger in the Clearfield Fair. Be a cheeseburger in the Clearfield Fair. I'm just just a cheeseburger in the Clearfield Fair. Hey! Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should hold you, invest a dime, and you, baby, be glad to be. Invest a dime. Imagine how the world would be so very fine. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track in post parade for the second race of the afternoon. This is the Walter Jackson Sr. Memorial. Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old trotting fillies in Group B, going for a purse of $2,650. Number 1, RT Painted Black. Owned by the Lone Wolf Stable, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Being guided this afternoon by the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Dave Brickle. The 2, Pure Imagination, owned by Pillar Stone Farms, Glen Campbell, Pennsylvania. Wayne Long gets the call. Rounding out the short field of 3, number 3, Lucky Station, owned by Jennifer Johnston, Wampum, Pennsylvania. Brian Taylor from Prospect, Pennsylvania. And it is Aaron Johnston at the wheel. Short field of 3, they'll go to the top of the stretch, take a turn, and score once in front of the stands here. And then it's right to the gate. Phillies away on their first and only score. Here we get a good look at RT Painted Black being guided by Dave Brickle. Happy birthday, Dave Brickle. There's Wayne Long scoring down the 2, Pure Imagination. And driver Aaron Johnston doing a little track maintenance there. He's got Lucky Station. Short field of 3 in the Walter Jackson Senior Memorial. Slip into position now, and the gate's in motion. From the rail out, it's RT Painted Black for Dave Brickle. Between horses wearing the 2, Pure Imagination and Wayne Long. Out on the rim comes Lucky Station for Aaron Johnston. The gate wheels into the stretch for starter Clarence Martin Jr. 3-year-old trotting fillies, sired here in the great state of Pennsylvania, revved up and ready. Here they come. Off and Sweet Start far outside. Lucky Station quickly out for the lead. RT Painted Black hops into the pocket second, and Pure Imagination the early trailer. Safely around the opening bend with Lucky Station. Aaron Johnston calling the shots, looking for his 3rd victory of the week. Sitting in the loose pocket second, that's RT Painted Black. Another 2 back to Pure Imagination. He's just 4 off of the leader, Lucky Station. Aaron Johnston taps the brakes, slows things down considerably here. Lucky Station takes him by the opening quarter, 33-1. Leads him into the far bend. RT Painted Black continues to draft along second, followed by Pure Imagination, closer 3rd. And they move off the turn, hit the stretch the first time, and it is Lucky Station showing the way with RT Painted Black. Wayne Long gets a notion, puts it in motion, takes to the outside with Pure Imagination. It's Lucky Station on the front, company calling. Pure Imagination now matching strides. Race is on. Lucky Station on the inside, Pure Imagination outside. They went by the half in 106-1. Into the lower bend, Lucky Station digging deep with the rail, not the lead. Pure Imagination got a head up on the outside. 3 lanes further back, RT Painted Black is 3rd. Battle rages down the backside. Lucky Station, Pure Imagination. These 2 match strides, rapidly approaching 3/4, closing the gap 3rd. RT Painted Black, where race takes shape as they hit the final turn. Lucky Station continues to lead, shrugs off the challenge from Pure Imagination. Looking for room, it's RT Painted Black. It's like a swarm of bees at the top of the stretch. Lucky Station turns first, 3 high, tearing up some racetrack. Here comes RT Painted Black between horses, Pure Imagination. It's Lucky Station under a drive on the inside. RT Painted Black, the birthday boy, Dave Bickle, trying to get their Lucky Station hangs on. Very tight on the line. Looks like Lucky Station and Aaron Johnston denies the birthday boy and RT Painted Black. We'll let photo finish expert Gretchen Lynn Scott figure that one out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, up in front of the stand is the official winner of the 2nd race. Wearing the white saddle pad, number 3, please welcome Lucky Station. Sharp 3-year-old bay filly by Cantab Hall. Out of the good mare, Lucky Witch. Owned by Jennifer Johnston, Wampum, Pennsylvania. Brian Taylor, Prospect, Pennsylvania. Trained by Aaron Johnston and driven to victory in the time of 2:07 2/5. New lifetime mark by a 1/5 of a second. Aaron Johnston's 3rd win of the meeting. Results of the second official, the 1, RT, painted black, second. 2, Pure Imagination, finished third. And the 3, Lucky Station, race winner. Fractions opening quarter, 33 1/5. They went by the half in 106 and 1. 3 quarters in 135 and 2. And time for the mile was 207 and 2/5. From the top down, 2, 3, 1 on the bottom. Time for the mile, 207 and 2. In the barn area, you can get them around for the third. We're looking for Captain Count, Father Shine, and Warhead. When you're ready. And just a quick reminder about the handicapping contest. It's races 5 and 7 today. Pick the winners, include your name, get your entry in before the start of the 5th race. Now back to Dan and Gollum.
And the request for us to all sing happy birthday to David Bricko. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dave Bricko. Happy birthday to you. Hey! Yeah! Ba, 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 ba,
rock it, you can roll it, you can stop it, even stroll it at the hop, 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 hop. When a record starts to spin on your calypso, when you're shaking at the hop, 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 hop. All the cats and chicks can get their kicks at the hop, 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 hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Baby, let's go to the hop. Baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, let's go. Well, you can swing or you can groove it, you can really start to move it at the hop, 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 hop. When the record starts spinning, you calypso when the chicken at the hop, 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 hop. All the cats and chicks can get their kicks at the hop, 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 hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Baby, let's go to the hop. Baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go. Well, you can rock it, you can roll it, you can stop it, even stroll it at the hop, 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 hop. When a record starts to spin, you go at the winner chicken at the hop, 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 hop. All the cats and chicks can get their kicks at the hop, 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 hop. Let's go to the 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 hop. Come on. Let's go to the hop. Let's go, Danny, play one. baby, let's go to the hop. Oh, baby, let's go to the hop. Come on, hey, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, baby. Let's go to the hop, oh, baby. Let's go to the hop. Come on, let's go to the hop. Let's go. Ba 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 at the hop. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses around the track in post parade for the third race of the afternoon. This is the Progress Trot. Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old colts in Group B, going for a purse of $2,650. Number 1, Captain Count, owned by Michelle Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania. Jim Doherty drives. The 2 is Father Shine, owned by Dylan Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania. In the sulky, that's Eric Neal. And rounding out the short field of 3, number 3, Warhead, owned by Harold Brocklehurst, New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. Aaron Johnston looking for his 4th victory of the meeting. These colts will go to the top of the stretch, take a turn, score once in front of the stands, and then right to the gate. Trotting colts in the Progress Trot away on their first and only score. Here we get a good look at Father Shine, being guided by Eric Neal today. Eric's looking for his 3rd victory of the meeting. Here we get a good look at Captain Count for Jimmy Doherty. And here's Warhead for driver Aaron Johnston. 3 3-year-old trotting colts making their way to the backside where Junior Morton waits. He'll sort them out and get them ready for the start. Short field for the Progress. Up and in position now, the gates in motion. From the rail out, it's Captain Count for Jimmy Doherty. Between horses, wearing the 2, that's Father Shine and Eric Neal. Out on the rim, wearing the 3, Warhead for Aaron Johnston. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Clarence Martin Jr. 3-year-old trotting colts, sired here in the great state of Pennsylvania, revved up and ready. Here they come. They're off. Sweet start between horses. Father Shine looks for the lead. Captain Count down on the inside. These 2 dive into the turn with Warhead being wrangled back to 3rd in the early going. Field for the Progress safely around the opening bend. Captain Count, Jim Doherty up on the front. Father Shine, Eric Neal's worked out a dream trip right in the pocket 2nd, a length and a half back to the trailer Warhead. They continue down the backside, up on the front, Captain Count. Father Shine, stuck like glue. They go by the opening quarter in 33-1. They're into the far turn, and Captain Count, minding his own business on the front, is no particular hurry. Father Shine content to sit second, and Aaron Johnson a much closer third with Warhead. Tightly bunched field moves off the turn, up in front of the stands the first time. Captain Count pounding it out on the front with Father Shine in hot pursuit second. Warhead biding his time at the end, 4 lanes front to back. Captain Count up on the front end here. Jimmy Doherty hasn't asked for anything. Half was 107.2. Leads him into the lower bend. The final time. Captain Count, Father Shine right on his bumper second. And now Aaron Johnson gets a notion, puts it in motion, takes Warhead to the outside, up after the leader. Captain Count Company calling, Warhead ranging alongside, begging for room. It's picking up the pace here. Father Shine, feel like a swarm of bees down the back lane. Captain Count inside, Warhead outside, locked in third. That's Father Shine. It's Captain Count digging deep for Jimmy Doherty. Warhead continues to press the point and now swinging 3 high. Father Shine. They're at the top of the stretch. Warhead in the center track sticks ahead in front. Captain Count trying to fight back on the inside. Off stride went Warhead. And Captain Count gets a big break there. And Captain Count's going to win it all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after a well-deserved victory lap, up in front of the stands, the official winner of the third race, wearing the red saddle pad, and number 1. Please welcome Captain Count. This is a 3-year-old brown gelding by Andover Hall out of the good mare Count on Rosie, owned by Michelle Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania, trained by Jim Doherty, driven to victory in the time of 2:09.3. First career win for the 1 Captain Count, the driver, Jim Doherty. Results of the third official, the 1 Captain Count, race winner, the 2 Father Shine for the second, the 3 Warhead is third. Fractions opening quarter 33-1. They went by the half in 107.2. 3 quarters 138.4. Time for the mile was 2:09.3. From the top down, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Time for the mile was 2:09.3. In the barn area, you can get them out for the 4th. We're looking for RT Just Because, Dark Star Zet, and Wine Chaser. When you're ready. Now back to Dan and Gala.
Special request for our backstage friends.
Sally said, I suppose you heard about Alice. So I rushed to the window and I looked outside, and I could hardly believe my eyes as a big limousine pulled slowly into Alice's drive. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't wanna know. 'Cause for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice, who the heck is Alice? For 24 years, just waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel and maybe get a second glance. Now I've gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Alice, who the heck is Alice? Woo-hoo! Me. We grew up together, 2 kids in the park. We carved our initials deep in the bark. Me and Alice. Now she walks through the door with her head held high. Just for a moment I caught her eye as a big limousine pulled slowly out of Alice's drive. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't wanna know. 'Cause for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice, who the heck is Alice? For 24 years, just waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel and maybe get a second glance. Now I've gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Alice, who the heck is Alice? Woo! Sally called back and asked how I felt. She said, I know how to help. Get over Alice. She said, now Alice is gone, but I'm still here. You know I've been waiting for 24 years. And the big limousine slowly disappeared. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't wanna know. 'Cause for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice, who the heck is Alice? For 24 years, just waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel and maybe get a second glance. Now I've gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Alice, who the heck is Alice? Yeah! You ought to see Mr. Jones when he rattles the bones. Over the ground, moving around like a clown. Miss Virginia, who was past 83, shouting, I'm so full of pep. Watch your step. One-legged Joe danced around on his toe. Threw away his crutch and hollered, let him go, honey, hail, hail, the game's all here for the Alabama Jubilee. Kenny!
The horses on the track in post parade for the fourth race of the afternoon. This is the Beardsley Funeral Home and Crematory. This is the Pennsylvania sire stake for 3-year-old trotting colts in Group B. Going for a purse of $2,650. Number one is RT Just Because. Owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated, Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania. Dave Brickle gets the call. The two is Dark Star Zet. Owned by Michelle Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania. Jim Doherty drives. Rounding out the field, number three, Wine Chaser. Owned by Julie Krenitsky, Butler, Pennsylvania. In the sulky, that is Eric Neal. Trotting colts will head up the stretch, take a turn, score once in front of the stands, and then right to the gate. Trotting colts in the Beardsley Funeral Home away on their first and only score. Here we get a good look at Wine Chaser, Eric Neal. The center of the track, Dark Star Zet for Jimmy Doherty. Down along the inside, RT Just Because and Dave Brickle. Three-year-old trotting colts making their way to the backside where starter Junior Martin will sort them out and get them ready for the start.
All right, parade night. How are ya? I don't know. We don't know if it's us or. I didn't know if that was a request or not. I'm not sure. Or just something about betting.
Three-year-old trotting colts up and in position, the gates in motion. From the rail out, RT Just Because for Dave Brickle. Between horses, Jim Doherty guides the two, Dark Star Zet. Runway 3 comes Wine Chaser for Eric Neal. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Clarence Martin Jr. Three-year-old trotting colts sired here in the great state of Pennsylvania. Revved up, ready, here they come. They're off. Sweet start. Dark Star Vet. Center track. Guns out of the lead. RT Just Because has other ideas. And now RT Just Because goes off stride. So Dark Star Zet gets a big break there. And he's got the lead to his lonely self. Wine Chaser and RT Just Because take up the chase second. But they got about 15 lengths to make up in the early going. Dark Star Zet gliding along on the front end for Jim Doherty. Closing the gap second. That's Wine Chaser for Eric Neal. And then it's RT Just Because. The opening quarter was in 33 flat. Into the far bend the first time. Dark Star Vet pounding it out here for Jimmy Doherty. A length and a half back now. Wine Chaser enjoying a 2-hole trip for Eric Neal. Big gap back to RT Just Because. They move off the turn up in front of the stands the first time. Dark Star Vet pounding it out. Sitting in the loose pocket second. Wine Chaser, he's got 4 to make up. And then it's RT Just Because. They went by the half in 105-3 into the lower turn. Final time, Dark Star Vet. The whip is up on that one. Jimmy Doherty looking to get away from Wasser, who's second, but he's about 6 lengths off the lead. And then it's RT Just Because way back, midway down the back lane, a lonely Jimmy Doherty extending the lead with Dark Star Vet, draws off some 8-10 lengths now. Wine Chaser continues to be chased along in second and way back to the trailer, RT Just Because. 3/4 in 136-1 into the final turn. Final time, Dark Star Vet up there by some 8 lengths. Wine Chaser's doing his best, but it's second best at this moment. And then way back to RT Just Because. Dark Star Vet brings a big lead to the top of the Clearfield stretch. Wine Chaser continues to chase second. getting a little closer, but running out of room. It's going to be Dark Star Vet, coast to coast.
She's not here today? Okay, I thought I saw her.
So what are we heading? Oh, we have to leave at 1 through. Eileen's wondering whether friend stuff.
What?
Eileen wonders when we're leaving because a friend is coming in from the
We're leaving at 1.
that would be tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after a well-deserved victory lap up in front of the stands, the official winner of the 4th race, wearing the blue saddle pad number 2, please welcome Dark Star Zet. 3-year-old bay gelding by Catab Hall out of the good mare Zet Starlet. Owned by Michelle Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania, trained by Jim Doherty. Driven to victory in the time of 2:08 1/5 by Jim Doherty. There's also the 4th race official, the 1, RT Just Because, the race finished 3rd. The 2, Dark Star Zet, your race winner. The 3, Wine Chaser, finished 2nd. Fractions opening quarter 33 flat. Went by the half in 1:05 3. 3/4 in 1:36 1. Time for the mile was 2:08 1. From the top down, 3, 1, 2 on the bottom. The time for the mile, 2:08 1. In the barn area, you can get them around for the 5th. We're looking for Tally the Tab, Fanto Treasure, Justice Sheila, RT Gratitude, and Kinda Like Cash. Speaking of the 5th race, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first half of our handicapping contest. This is the last call for today's handicapping contest and involves races 5 and 7. The idea is to pick the winner of the upcoming 5th race, as well as the winner of the 7th race. Include your name and get your entry in before the start of the upcoming 5th race. And now back to Dan and Gullah.
Whenever I get a chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder how does a man get to be this way. I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place. And every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning, Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Well, people might try to guess the secret of a happiness, but some of them never learn. It's a simple thing. The secret I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in the song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home.
Charlie Pride. And we have Jesselyn Flanagan sitting in with us right here today. And here's a song that all our harness racing friends like. Wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no need to down on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Once I had a man on Rocky Top, half bear, the other half cat. Wild as mink and sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed on Rocky Top, looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from a Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn down from on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Kenny!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track in post parade for the fifth race of the afternoon. This is the Richie Salvatore Memorial. It's the first half of the handicapping contest. It's the first of two divisions of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for three-year-old trotting fillies in Group A. They go for a purse of $5,375. Number one is Tally the Tab, owned by Todd Christine Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, and it is Todd Shadle in the sulky. The two is Fanto Treasure, owner-driver Wayne Long, Camden, Delaware. The three is Justice Sheila, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle, Sacramento, Pennsylvania, being guided by regular pilot Tony Shadle. The four is RT Gratitude, owned by Brosis Racing Stable Incorporated, Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania, and it is Dave Bickle at the wheel. And rounding out the field, number 5, Kind of Like Cash, won by Sandra Jean Peterson, New Paris, Pennsylvania, along with Alexis Shaw, Washington, Pennsylvania. Chris Shaw in to drive. Full field of 5. Just remember, here at Clearfield, we go 4 across behind the starting gate. The 5, kind of like Cash, will be lined up in the second tier at the start. Here we get a good look at the RT Gratitude machine being guided by Dave Brickle. Justice Sheila for the meet's leading driver, Tony Shadle, looking for his 5th victory of the week. There's Todd Shadle down on the rail with Callie the Tab, hard-hitting 3-year-old colt. Kind of like Cash and Chris Shaw. Well, that's the score of Fanto Treasure for Wayne Long. Full field of 5. First of 2 divisions, the Richie Salvatore Memorial. First half of the handicapping contest.
Or how about bushel of peck and calendar, girl? I thought it was up front. That doesn't matter. I don't care. A lot of these people are probably good guys. Be bad. Choke on it. If we do lead, then we're going to have to put a few things away here and cover it really well. Guitar away, stuff. Yeah.
Full field of 5 in the Richie Salvatore Memorial. Up and in position now, the gates in motion. From the rail out, it's Callie the Tab for Todd Shadle. Alongside Wayne Long guides the 2, Fanto Treasure. Runway 3, Justice Sheila for Tony Shadle out on the rim. RT Gratitude and Dave Brickle. In the second tier, the lone trailer wearing the 5. That's kinda like Cash for Chris Shaw. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Clarence Martin Jr. Full field of 5. The first half of the handicapping contest revved up and ready. Here they come. And sweet start. Justice Sheila on the outside. Off stride. Callie the Tab. So Justice Sheila comes away with the lead for Tony Shadle. Fanto Treasure on to be second. Kind of like Cash. Well spotted in third. RT Gratitude in the mix 4th, and backtrotting at the end with a mountain to climb. Callie the Tab. They're midway down the backside the first time, and it is Justice Sheila. And Tony Shadle taps the brakes here, looking to slow things down. Fanto Treasure sets a loose pocket second, underway from the is 31-2 for the opening quarter. RT Gratitude up on the outside, looking to go after the leader. So it's Justice Sheila on the inside. RT Gratitude outside. He goes off stride. Justice Sheila now has a 4-length lead over Fanto Treasure. By the stands the first time, and it is Justice Sheila up on the front, Fanto Treasure second. Here comes Kinda Like Cash for Chris Shaw outside to turn up the heat. They went by the half in 103 into the lower turn. Justice Sheila, company calling Kinda Like Cash up on the outside, turning up the heat, inching closer third. That's Fanto Treasure. Tally the Tab come a long way. Now fourth and on the move. They're midway down the backside. Justice Sheila, heavy pressure, kind of like Cash, got a head up on the outside. These two net strides rapidly approaching three-quarters, coming into the picture. Tally the Tab, three-quarters and 132 and 3 into the final turn, kind of like Cash. Up on the front now for Chris Shaw. Here comes Tally the Tab. There's a horrific, monumental effort for Tally the Tab. Chris Shaw, kind of like Cash, turned first in the center of the track. Tally the Tab coming with a furious rally down at the rail. There's room for Phantom Treasure. It's kind of like Cash, all out to get to the line, and it's going to be kind of like Cash. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after a well-deserved victory lap, up in front of the stands, the official winner of the fifth race, wearing the black saddle pad, number 5. Please welcome Kinda Like Cash. Sharp 3-year-old brown filly by International Money. Out of the good mare, Kind I Like. Owned by Sandra Jean Peterson, New Paris, Pennsylvania, along with Alexis Shaw, Washington, Pennsylvania. Trained by Ashley Brown and driven to victory in the time of 2:05 by Chris Shaw. Results of the fifth official: the 1, Tally the Tab, finished third. The 2, Phantom Treasure, was second. The 3, Justice Sheila, fourth. The 4, RT Gratitude, finished fifth. And the 5, Kinda Like Cash, the race winner. Fractions opening quarter 31 and 2. They went by the half in 1:03. Three-quarters in 1:32 and 3. And the time for the mile was 2:05. From the top down, 3, 2, 4, 5, 1 on the bottom. And the time for the mile, 2:05. In the barn area, you can get them around for the 6th. We're looking for Mean Streak, Bright-Eyed Senorita, Shalimar Hanover, and Classy Cocktail. When you're ready, now back to Dan and Gollum.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good.
Something tells me I'm into something
kind of girl who's not too shy, and I can tell her I'm her kind of guy. She danced close to me like I hoped she would. She danced to me like I hoped she would. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. We only danced for a minute or two, but then she stuck real close to me the whole night through. Can I be falling in love? She's everything I've been dreaming of. She's everything I've been dreaming of. I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew I could be just one night stand, so I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just one night stand, so I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something good. Tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something good. Tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something.
Herman's Hermits, that was. All right.
Joints too small. Young man rhythm got a hold on me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. I want some love, baby, that ain't all. I wanna kiss her, but she's way too tall. Young man rhythm got a hold on me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. I wanna squeeze her, but I'm way too low. I would be running, but my feet's too slow. Young man rhythm got a hold on me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Pace too slow. Young man rhythm got a hold on me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Got the rockin' pneumonia. I got the rockin' pneumonia. I got the rockin' pneumonia. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Annie.
Post parade. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track in post parade for the 6th race of the afternoon. This is the second of two divisions of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old trotting fillies in Group A. They go for a purse of $5,300. Number 1, Mean Streak, owned by Jimmy Gettigan, Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Eric Neal gets the call. The 2 is Bright-Eyed Senorita, owned by Wesley Stauffer Walker from Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. Wesley Walker is making his first career drive. Happens to be in a downpour. How do you like it now, Wesley? And the 3 is Shalimar Hanover, owned by Todd Christine Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, and it is Todd Shadle at the gate. Rounding out the field, the 4, Classy Cocktail, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle, Sacramento, Pennsylvania. Tony Shadle sits the sulky. Because of the rain, ladies and gentlemen, these horses will go right to the gate. Field for the 6 slips into position now. From the rail out, it's Mean Streak for Eric Neal. Alongside Wes Walker guides the 2, Bright-Eyed Senorita. Runway 3, that's Shalimar Hanover for Todd Shadle. Out on the rim, Classy Cocktail and Tony Shadle. The gate swings into the stretch for starter Clarence Martin Jr. 3-year-old trotting fillies, sired here in the great state of Pennsylvania, revved up and ready. Here they come. And they're off. Classy Cocktail on the far outside, out for the lead. Shalimar Hanover quickly away into the pocket second. Mean Streak next to line third. And the early trailer is Bright-Eyed Senorita off stride. That's Mean Streak. They skid off the turn into the backside. Classy Cocktail up on the front. The lead is 3 lengths. Shalimar Hanover takes up the chase second. Then it's Bright-Eyed Senorita. And back trotting with a lot of work to do is Mean Streak. Classy Cocktail up on the front, 30 2/5. Snappy fractions here, being stalked by Shalimar Hanover. Maybe 6 lanes further back is Bright-Eyed Senorita. The trailer is Mean Streak. They continue on into front of the grandstand. Classy Cocktail up on the front. That's where she likes it. Shalimar Hanover sits a loose pocket about 3 lanes back second. Closing the gap third is Bright-Eyed Senorita, and Mean Streak trails. Classy Cocktail takes about a half, a 101 4 into the lower bend. Final time, Classy Cocktail pounding it out here. Shalimar Hanover won't go away, still 2 lanes back. Another 4 to the Bright-Eyed Senorita, and Mean Streak is at the end. They're in for that long ride down the backside with Classy Cocktails showing away. A much closer second now, Shalimar Hanover. And then it's a Bright-Eyed Senorita and Mean Streak at the end. They go by 3/4 in 131 4, and it is Classy Cocktail just pouring it on here. Shalimar Hanover winding it up for Todd Shadle, and now Shalimar Hanover taking it to the outside. Classy Cocktail inside, Shalimar Hanover alongside to turn up the heat. Then it's Bright-Eyed Senorita and Mean Streak, but it's Classy Cocktail, tough as nails. Shalimar Hanover trying to get to her. Shalimar Hanover on the outside, Classy Cocktail inside. Shalimar Hanover.
The trotting hobbles broke coming out of the turn. Running?
I think this middle is our best bet. What did we do? We did something good.
Most of it. Pretty much all of it.
I just didn't
And now, ladies and gentlemen, up in front of the stands, the official winner of the sixth race, wearing the white saddle pad number 3. Please welcome Shalimar Hanover. 3-year-old bay filly by Cantab Hall. Out of the good mare, Set the World on Fire, owned by Todd and Christine Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania. Trained by Todd Shadle and driven to victory at a time of 2:03 2/5 by Todd Shadle. Results of the 6th official, the 1 Mean Streak finished 4th. The 2 Bright Eyed Senorita was 3rd. The 3 Shalimar Hanover race winner, and the 4 Classy Cocktail 2nd. Fractions opening quarter 30-2. They went by the half in 1:01 4/5. 3/4 in 1:31 4. Time for the mile was 2:03 2. From the top down, 4, 3, 1, 2 on the bottom. Time for the mile, 2:03 2. Barnier, you can get them around for the 7th. We're looking for Baby Towel, TSM T-Bone's Legacy, South Hall, and Andover's Hot Rod. When you're ready. And now back to Dan and Colin.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me, huh? We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, going strong. So will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, cool off that start, rocking round the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 1, going strong. So you are gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, cool off and start rocking round the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Nails second. On the outside, Oaks Enforcer is fourth. Inside, Pine Valley fifth. LCB's about to go third. Nails second. On the outside, Oaks Enforcer is fourth. Inside, Pine Valley fifth. LCB's about to go 3 wide for Dave Pallone. Now 6, but he's got to make up 5. 3/4, 124 and 1. 26 and 4. Backside. Ready Cash grabs the lead. Coming to the stretch. Peruvian Hanover on the outside. Into the lightning lane, Pine Valley. Peruvian Hanover, Ron Pierce grabs the lead. On the inside, Pine Valley. Brian Sears and Pine Valley win the Adios. 152 and 2.
Could be a Chester Post Parade, ladies and gentlemen. These are the horses for the 7th race of the afternoon, the E.J. Master Memorial. First of 3 divisions of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old trotting colts in Group A, going for purse of $4,050. Number 1 is Baby Towel, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle, Sacramento, Pennsylvania, along with Presley Paletti, Higgins, Pennsylvania, and it is Tony Shadle in the sulky. The 2 is TSM T-Bone's Legacy, owned by Theodore Thompson, Brackenridge, Pennsylvania, the driver Aaron Johnston. 3, South Hall, owned by Wayne Long and Billy Kreutzer, and it is Wayne Long at the wheel. The 4, Andover's Hot Rod, owned by Todd Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, Calvin Hoover, New Holland, Pennsylvania, Todd Shadle will drive. Here we get a good look at the 2 TSM T-Bone's Legacy for Aaron Johnston, looking for win number 4 on the beat. Baby Towel for Tony Shadle. And Todd Shadle with Andover's Hot Rod, looking for win number 4 on the meet. In the backside is Wayne Long and South Hall. Fields for the EJ Master Memorial, up and in position now, the gates of motion. From the rail out, that's Baby Tao for Tony Shadle, alongside Aaron Johnston, guides the 2, TSM T-Bone's Legacy. Runway 3, South Hall for Wayne Long, out on the rim, Andover's Hot Rod and Todd Shadle. Gate swings into the stretch for starter Junior Martin. 3-year-old trotting colts revved up and ready, here they come. They're off, sweet start. Andover's Hot Rod on the far outside, guns it out of there, takes a sharp lead over Baby Tao right on his bumper second. South Hall comes away in third, and 3 lengths further back to the trailer, TSM T-Bone's Legacy. Safely around the opening bend, Andover's Hot Rod leads him down the back lane. Baby Tao worked out a dream trip. He's in the pocket second, 2 back to South Hall third, and then another 3 to the trailer, TSM T-Bone's Legacy. Andover's Hot Rod, 31-4 for the opening quarter. Baby Tao stuck like glue right on his bumper second. South Hall 2 lanes further back third, and then another 4 to the trailer, TSM T-Bone's Legacy. Up on the front, continuing the pound it out, Andover's Hot Rod. Baby Tao and a patient Tony Shadle, content to draft along the pocket second. South Hall, another 3 back third. And then it's TSM T-Bone's Legacy. Andover's Hot Rod. Todd Shadle goes by the half, a 105 flat into the lower bend. Andover's Hot Rod continues to pound it out. Baby Tao won't go away. Right there in second, a closer third. South Hall, and then it's TSM T-Bone's Legacy. They skid off the turn in for that long ride down the backside. Andover's Hot Rod up on the front. Baby Tao right with him in second. The pace has quickened considerably. Todd Shadle hits the gas pedal with Andover's Hot Rod. Can't shake TSM T-Bone's Legacy. 3 quarters at 135-1. 30-1 down the backside. Andover's Hot Rod. Baby Tao right there with him, ready to pounce in the mix. South Hall, they're at the top of the stretch. Andover's Hot Rod turns first, leads by 2 lengths. Baby Tao all out, chasing second with South Hall, but they're not going to get him. It's Andover's Hot Rod, win number 4 for Todd Shadle.
You know, what we haven't seen is that funny couple, and then the other gal that married the old man. We knew her from Western, Best Western.
Oh, she's in Florida.
Oh, Bonnie. And then there's some lady, what do we call you?
Oh, yeah, Jan Howard. She doesn't call yet. She works. Nobody stands up here.
Up in front of the stands, the official winner of the 7th race wearing the green saddle pad, number 4. Please welcome Andover's Hot Rod. 3-year-old bay colt by Andover Hall out of the good mare No Excuses. Owned by Todd Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, along with Calvin Hoover, New Holland, Pennsylvania. Trained by Todd Shadle and driven a victory in the time of 2:06 flat by Todd Shadle. Todd's 4th win of the meet, his 3rd on the card today, has now moved into a tie with brother Tony Shadle in the race for the Buster DeSalvo Trophy with 4 wins apiece. The results of the 7th race official, the 1 Baby Tao finished 3rd, the 2 TSM T-Bone's Legacy 4th, the 3 South Hall was 2nd, and the 4 Andover's Hot Rod race winner. Fractions opening quarter 31-4. They went by the half in 105. 3/4 in 135 and 2. And the time for the mile was 2:06. From the top down, 3, 4, 2, 1 on the bottom. Time for the mile, 2:06. In the 8th race, you can get them around. We're looking for Cantab Zet, Mr. Hopper, PA Rocket. Set the bar when you're ready. Now back to Dan and Gala. Excuse me, I got to do the results of the handicapping contest. Rick Sloppy. Rick Sloppy, I don't mind that. Sue Kavalak. Sue Kavalak, you are a winner. Mart W. Mart W. Everybody's got Michaela Ward. Marty Gormont, another expert handicapper. Congratulations, folks. We'll do it again.
As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong with our love. A love that I think of the things to end this misery, and I wonder why wonder? Oh, why? She ran away, and I wait. Run away. I'm walking in the rain, tears are falling and I feel the pain, wishing you were here by me to end this misery, and I wonder why wonder? Oh, why? She ran away, and I wonder where she will stay, my little runaway. Run away. Walking in the rain, tears are falling and I feel the pain. If you were here by me to end this misery, and I wonder why wonder? Oh, why? She went away, and I wonder where she will stay, my little runaway. Run away. Run away. Run away. Just
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track. Post parade for the 8th race. This is the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old colts in Group A. It's the second of 3 divisions, going for a purse of $4,050. This is the Foster Curl Memorial. The one is Cantab Zet, owned by C. and Sue Callahan, Buck Einer, and Setsafan. They're all from around Chicora, Pennsylvania. Aaron Johnson picks up the drive. The 2 is Mr. Hopper, owned by Susan Doherty, Mercer, Pennsylvania. Eric Neal gets the call. The 3 is PA Rocket, owned by Pillar Stone Farms, Glen Campbell, Pennsylvania. The driver, Wayne Long. And riding out the field, number 4 is Set the Bar, owned by Todd and Christine Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, along with Richard and Regina Beinauer, Benicia, Pennsylvania. Todd Shadle sets the sulky. 4 3-year-old trotting colts in the Foster Curl Memorial. They'll return to the top of the stretch, score once, and then right to the gate.
With 7 colors. Between horses is Redwood Hanover. 4 wide. Fulton joins the chase. Cannibal yet to be heard from on the inside. Top of the stretch in the Adios, and they're on their way home. It's My Show on the outside. Redwood Hanover up the inside. Cannibal far outside. 7 colors through the stretch. Redwood Hanover on the inside. Cannibal. Cannibal wins the Adios in 1:49.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, trotting up in front of the stands, the official winner of the 8th race, wearing the green saddle pad, number 4. Please welcome Set the Bar. Sharp 3-year-old bay gelding by bar hopping out of the good mare Promise Me This, owned by Todd and Christine Shadle, Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, along with Richard and Regina Beinhauer, Venetia, Pennsylvania. Trained by Todd Shadle and driven to victory in a time of 2:02 4/5 by the meet's leading driver, Todd Shadle. His 4th victory on the day, his 5th of the meet. Results of the 8th race. 1, Cantab Zip. The 2, Mr. Hopper, was 4th. The 3, PA Rocket, 3rd. And the 4, Set the Bar, race winner. Fractions opening quarter flat. They went by the half in 1:02 and 1. 3/5. Time for the mile was 2 and read 2, 4, 3, 1 on the bottom. Time for the mile, 2:02 5/5. In the barn area, you can get down for the 9th. Looking for Keystone Windsor, Indigo Knights, and Lionheart Hanover. When you're ready. And now back to Dan and Gala.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day, on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm, if I was in LA, if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees, and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher likes a cold. He knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day, Well, then I'd be claiming safe and warm if I was in LA, California dreaming on such a winter's day. Leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, I've been for a walk on a winter's day. Well, now if I didn't tell her, I could leave today, California dreaming on such a winter's day, California dreaming on such a winter's day, California dreaming on such a winter's day.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track. In post parade for the 9th race of the afternoon. This is the final race of the day, the Ward Fink Memorial. The third of 3 divisions of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 3-year-old trotting colts, going for a purse of $3,975. Number 1 is Keystone Windsor, owned by Matthew Miller, Conquerton, Pennsylvania. In the sulky sits Eric Neal. The 2 is Indigo Knights, owned by Richard and Regina Beinhauer, Venetia, Pennsylvania. Chris Shaw gets the call. And rounding out the short field of 3, number 3, Lionheart Hanover, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle, Sacramento, Pennsylvania. And Tony Shadle sits the sulky. Short field of 3, they'll go to the top of the stretch, turn, and head right to the gate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final race of the afternoon. Racing resumes tomorrow, a special evening program. There are 8 races on tap tomorrow. The 3-year-old Pacers will be in town, 5:30 post. Also the Fancy Hat Contest. It's a pretty wild evening. Trotting colts away on their first and only score. On the inside, Eric Neal, he guides Keystone Windsor. Tony Shadle with Lionheart Hanover. Last to score, Indigo Knights for Chris Shaw. Short field of 3 in the Ward Fink Memorial. Making their way to the backside where starter Junior Martin will sort them out. He'll get them ready for the start. Starter calls for the trotters. Field for the Ward Fink Memorial up and in position now. The gates of motion. From the rail out, that's Keystone Windsor for Eric Neal. Between horses, Chris Shaw guides the 2 Indigo Knights. Out on the rim comes the Lionheart Hanover for Tony Shadle. The gate wheels into the stretch for the final time today. 3-year-old trotting colts side here in the great state of Pennsylvania, revved up and ready. Here they come. They're off. Sweet start far outside. Lionheart Hanover quickly out for the early lead. Indigo Knights comes away alertly in second, and Keystone Windsor is the early trailer. The field is safely around the opening bend. Lionheart Hanover up on the front. Off stride went Indigo Knights. So Lionheart Hanover and a lonely top, Tony Shadle, up on the front by some 4 lengths. Taking up the chase second, that's Keystone Windsor. And back trotting at the end is Indigo Knights. The opening quarter was in 31 2/5. They're into the final turn. Lionheart Hanover a much closer second. That is Keystone Windsor. And trying to get back into it at the end is about 15 lengths further back is Indigo Knights. Up in front of the stands the first time. Tony Shadle guiding Lionheart Hanover, who continues to pass. And a much closer second, that's Keystone Windsor. And coming into the picture again is Indigo Knights. They go by the half in 104 1/5. Into the lower bend. Lionheart Hanover, smooth as silk on the front end, stalked by Keystone Windsor. The whip is up on that one. And then about 3 lanes further back now, Indigo Knights come a long way. Just 7 lengths off of the leader. Lionheart Hanover. Tony Shado taps the gas. Opens up 4 on Keystone Windsor. Getting busy at the end of the pack is Indigo Knights. It's Lionheart Hanover, 3/4 and 134, 3/5. Lionheart Hanover. Tony Shado wants a little more. Inching closer second, that's Keystone Windsor, Indigo Knights, but they're all chasing Lionheart Hanover. Tony Shado looking for his first win of the day, 5th win of the meet. Put him in a tie for the Buster DeSalvo race. Tony Shado, Lionheart Hanover. Coast to coast here in the final race. Lionheart Hanover. And now, ladies and gentlemen, up in front of the stands, the official winner of the 9th race, wearing the white saddle pad, number 3. Please welcome Lionheart Hanover. 3-year-old bay gelding by Green Shoe out of the good mare Lady Riviera. Owned by Tony and Linda Shadle, Sacramento, Pennsylvania. Trained by Linda Shadle. Driven to victory in the time of 2:04 and 2/5 by Tony Shadle. Tony's first victory of the day, his 5th victory of the meeting, puts him in a tie with brother Todd in the race for the Buster DeSalvo Trophy with 5 victories apiece. Todd Shadle will win the Fritz Beinhauer Award for fastest mile of the day for his victory in 2-2 in the previous race. 2, 2, and 4 in the 8th race would set the bar. The results of the 9th official: the 1, Keystone Windsor, finished 2nd. The 2, Indigo Knights, was 3rd. And the 3, Lionheart Hanover, the race winner. The fractions were opening quarter 31 and 2. They went by the half in 1:04, 1/5. 3/4, 1:34 and 3. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 2. From the top down, 2-3, 1 on the bottom. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 2. This concludes today's program. Racing resumes tomorrow. 8 races, post time 5:30. Fancy hat night, 3-year-old pacing colts should be a smoking time. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, we thank the fans for your support, horsemen for their cooperation. Enjoy your rest of your day. We got parade day today.